there's a lot of fucking fake gurus out there that just, probably aren't even part of something that they say they're part of and they did it, and then they try to sell you a course on it. But
That makes sense.
so yeah, Chat GPT will teach you anything, but are you really out here feet in the ground doing this every single day? Did this really make you a multimillionaire, or was it something else that made you a multimillionaire? There's also a lot of people that are made a lot of money in a different sector, and then they go into something else.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you selling me? Why are you selling me this over here, but yet you made a ton of money in this? You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
want to learn about that, like, because that's where you have all the knowledge.
Mm.
So this you just got into, like, you're trying to teach me this. It's because, oh, it's easy to pitch to people. You can sell the lifestyle because you have the money from this, so you can sell that lifestyle and you can claim it from this, but really in actuality it wasn't. So I don't know.
So, so how long you been doing the real estate development for?
So I got out of prison about 6 years ago and got into real estate. Did my first flip like within months of being released.
Mm.
And yeah, man, that one went pretty successful.
And how did that come along? Did you just kind of like look at stuff online and then figure it out for yourself, or did you go under a mentor's wing?
Yeah, I actually so mentorship and coaching wasn't really that profound back then, 6 years ago. So I just figured out what I did. I didn't know shit about real estate. So what I did was, I got out and I was talking to a lot of people, my friends, my family, network, everybody. And like whoever would just talk to me about it, I would just talk and talk and talk. So I finally found one of my friends that had been flipping homes, and I was like, bro, I want to flip. I want to do something. I want to do something. I was just like adamant about it. I want to do it. I want to do it. I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Where? And finally he came across a deal and he was like, man, Eric, I got a deal for you. Let's fucking, I looked it over. I was like, fuck it. Let's do it. You think we can make some money? So he ended up, I paid him $8,000 finder fee, and he ended up selling me that deal. And I bought that one. I flipped it, and I made $53,000 on it to my pocket. I was out of prison like 5, 6 months. I went from 150 bucks to 53,000, and I didn't spend it. I fucking dumped it all back into buying more real estate, buying more real estate. Oh, the inspector's here. Fuck yeah. So yeah, and then I just kept doubling down, doubling down, doubling down. So yeah, let's go deal with this inspector.
All right.
On the survey that he sent me, it's more of a foundation line.
Hey, I'm with your inspector over there that's looking at your form board survey. He said you just sent him a lot survey, not a form board. He said the forms aren't on it.
It's at 19 months. What's the address?
Yo.
What's he saying now?
All right, I talked to him. He said that one looks good now that you've made it from a dotted line to a regular line. And then he said it looks good, but it's still in the bottom right corner of that is misspelled McMillan wrong still. They changed it on the street side, but they didn't change it on the bottom right. Who are the fucking survey company? Let's fucking. Really? That's crazy. They fucked up an address on a survey? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that's important shit. Yeah, it's Avenue, McMillan Avenue. But make sure they get the spelling right. And, yeah. Everything else he said looks pretty good. But he said, that's why I asked him. He said it looks good. He should be good to pour. But he said just call it in. He'll pass it from the office. So recall it in, fix the McMillan, and then recall it in. Yeah. Yeah. So just recall it in, and then we should be good. Hey, did you pass the other inspection? Okay, so you got green tag or yellow tag on foundation? Zoning. Okay, sounds good. All right. Well, make sure your paperwork is correct. Check the addresses. How the hell does a survey company misspell the street? And they put drive instead of avenue. It's got to be spelled correctly, just like the damn street sign. All they got to do out here is look at the street sign and write it down correctly. Come on, survey company. We ain't got time to deal with this little petty bullshit. All right, let's go check out, see what the hell's going on. My stair guys aren't here. They need to be here. That's why I say you need to be on site to make sure everybody's showing up and working your project along the way. Because if not, you're gonna miss day here, 2 days there, 3 days here. And now he's not answering because he knows I'm about to get on his ass for not being on site. He knows I get pissed off about this. Good news is I got a yellow tag. That means I can move forward from zoning. I took out some windows. This is the gym. There's gonna be a bunch of mirrors all over here, so I decided to take the windows out when I was creating the window plan. I went and talked to the window company, got my bids, and I noticed that, hey, the window package is $70,000. I said, bro, I cannot spend $70,000 on a $2 million home. I need it around 40 to 50 max. So I took out like 10 windows in this house. Some in the gym, some in the closet, some in like a bathroom, some, you know, where you don't really need them. So that saved me and got me back down under that $50,000 mark. And I forgot to update the plans with the city. Normally they let me make it, but I took out a little too many windows on this home. So he needs me to go get an addendum, but he gave me a yellow tag and said I got plenty of time to get it done until my building final, so that's good news. So I'll work on that in the meantime. But yeah, waiting on the building inspector. He's got to check for my poly seal right here. You got to put your poly seal up, any openings, all on the bottom plates, any openings, if there's any holes going through, you see all the poly seal covers up anything. And if there's any holes going through the exterior, we don't see any here, but here's some over here. Got to put poly seal, and then right after the poly seal, hopefully we passed it today, we're going to insulate. We'll put spray foam on everything, and everything's going to be really sealed up really good. Yesterday I told my framers to add the blocking. Fuck, and they did it after the poly seal guy. So that means we need more fucking poly seal. Shit. And I got to get it done before the building inspector shows up. Let's go. I removed those windows to save some money. So now I need to send it to my permit expediter so I can get an addendum and issue basically a new permit. So I got rid of this window. This was in a bathroom here. These two were in the movie room upstairs. I removed, this one was in a laundry room. This one was in a closet. And these two were in the gym. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like I removed 7 windows on this side. So I need to send this to the permit expediter, get the addendum. Easy peasy. We'll be good. What I'm pissed off about is my front door is not installed from the same guys. The fucking stair guy's supposed to do the front door. These stairs are supposed to be fucking way closer to being completed. If he slows my ass up, I'm taking off money from his check. I best believe that shit. All right, let's check in and make sure the audio video guy's doing his thing. Looks like he just pulled up. Also, my roofer needs to come put the standing seam roof on this little accent wall here. Oh, we need to send the measurements to the stone guy as well. Hey!
Hey, man.
You finished?
Not yet.
Come on!
We got HVAC inspection here today, so should be good. I already got electrical inspection, already got plumbing inspection. HVAC's gonna be the last one of the MEPs, and then we're gonna go on to frame all inspection, basically the same one I just did right there today. So we'll have that one here tomorrow if we pass HVAC, which shouldn't be a problem because I've already checked it. Made a little soapbox. Good. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Soapbox. It's good. Oh. I noticed that we didn't use this. This was a channel for the ducts for the HVAC guy to use, but he ended up using that one over there and that one right there, so he didn't use this. So I noticed this is a guest bedroom. So what I decided is, hey, why not use this space? So I'm gonna cut this out and make a little inlet here, and I'm gonna put a desk in here, so like a little work area for maybe a student, kid. So I think it'll look cool, kind of cool. Deck it out, make it look nice. Little cool feature, you know, unused space. I know you builders out there ain't doing that shit. We think about people over here. All right, guys, so this is why you got to be on site. As you noticed, we caught the poly seal over there. Got to get the poly seal guy back out here to poly seal that before the building inspector shows up. Also, we showed up here. We recognized that the ducts, they didn't use the channel that was made for the ducts, so we're gonna create a little workspace in there. I think it's gonna be a cool feature. And we also noticed that the fucking stair guy didn't show up. That's extremely important to always check on your projects, be on site, roll through in the morning time, and get on their ass. That way they get there. He said he's on his way, so I'm gonna stay here and wait for his ass. So watch out for these things and be on site, make sure nothing's getting stolen. Just, you know, make sure everybody's doing their job correctly. I just told the framers to do those two jobs. Just, they probably already knew, but I wanted to tell them again just to make sure. That way they can't. Man, I get asked this question a lot. One of the biggest risks, what if you build this $2 million home, $3 million home, and it sits on the market and you got to pay that mortgage and it doesn't ever sell? What are you going to do? Well, I always try to tell people, you profit when you buy. That means you got to make sure you buy correctly. That means you got to pull the data. Are those homes selling fast in that area? What type of homes are selling fast? Are they Mediterranean? Are they transitional modern? Are they contemporary modern? What's selling the fastest? We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We are trying to build what that neighborhood likes based off of the data and what the data tells us. So we need to make sure we underwrite it really, really good. Did we get a good deal on the land? What's our construction budget? What are we going to sell it for? We need to make sure those three numbers are correct. If any of those three numbers aren't correct, you might be stuck with a bad deal, right? And you might lose some money. So be careful when you're underwriting. Make sure you underwrite it and underwrite it based off data. Don't go out here with the big ego and build the biggest home on the block and then say, I want $3 million, but the whole neighborhood doesn't break $2 million. You're going to be sitting with that house and you're going to fuck yourself. So don't do that. But yeah, don't worry about it. If you build a quality product in a neighborhood with strong comps and the data says that those homes are selling and they always sell, you're fine. Also, the profit margins in building are 25 to 30%. If you build a $2 million house, you're gonna make between $400,000 and $500,000, right? That means you're into this home for like 1.5. So if you really need the money, you need to get out of the deal, and you put a $2 million house up and for 1.5 million in a neighborhood where the comps are selling $2 million homes easily, don't you think somebody's gonna come scoop it up for 1.5 million? There's too much margin. You can keep dropping the price lower and lower and lower and get rid of that house if you really have to. But you gotta build quality, underwrite correctly, and buy correctly. That's how you do it.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
My house is being fucking torn apart right now.
You remodeling it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man, sorry. Like I said, I apologize. Sorry, I was like kind of on top of you boys, but
No, it's all
I was,
good.
getting, I was getting freaked out. Like, oh my god, I got to again.
Nah, bro. Everything's good.
Everything's good, man. Well, you ready?
Sure.
Perfect. Well, this is the roadmap call, man. It's only gonna take 10 minutes. I basically just need a few questions answered so we can figure out exactly where we're gonna start with the program. First,
So, is the program specifically based on building luxury homes?
we can not luxury. You can build affordable homes as well.
Because I just, in my area, with what's going, I don't know if you're familiar with the East Coast, but it's just like what they did in Allentown, what they did right outside Philly, what they did all over Jersey. I'm sure they did it in Texas because I think this is what you initially started with was luxury townhomes. That's like what's coming here, but there isn't the boom yet. The boom right now is investors coming in and buying up everything, going into the auction and whatever the highest bid is, 10,000 over, and buying 10, 15, 20 doors at a time. But that's where I just like looking ahead, if I was to be really the first to come in and we have a huge supply, our supply is way less than our demand. I told the kid on that little brief call I had, I took my boy's realtor license. I did some gangster shit, honestly. I snuck into a country club meeting and posed as my boy Tavon Buckner, who's a 44-year-old black man. I was the only one in there that wasn't a local bank branch manager, that wasn't a broker, that wasn't a top realtor sales agent, and wasn't a local politician. It was all of them and then just me.
Nice.
And I got this 263-page document in my email now that shows that they did a 4-year study. They excluded the 2 years for COVID from 21 to 22. They did from 18 to 20 and 22 to 24. More people are rushing to my area now than 60 years ago. My area specifically in Luzerne County, we were the epicenter for coal when coal heated the country. So
Heck yeah.
at that time, my area was booming. And back then, that's when the dollar was backed by gold. All the local banks in my area held more cash in them than any bank in America.
Damn.
And as of right now, there are more people moving here than in those times.
Perfect. That's good news.
Right. And there's been over 50,000 jobs added with warehouses, and there's a lot going on.
So
And I
it's all
just feel
that
like
to say you're in a good market.
but a specific market, not
Yeah.
a good luxury home market.
So basically, it's easy
affordable
stuff.
homes will sell.
We're gonna underwrite everything. We're gonna get through everything. So just sit back and we're gonna go through all the data. We're gonna pull the data and figure out exactly what kind of homes are selling. We're not gonna reinvent the wheel. We're gonna find a lot and we're gonna fucking build a home based off one of the fastest homes that sold in that area. You know what I mean? We're not gonna just gonna go throw up a luxury home and we don't have any comps telling us to.
Right.
So it's all based
And
off data.
I saw based on that napkin math, right? That's another good thing in my area, where it's like it has to be 4 times.
And yours is lower than that probably, right?
Yeah, I can get lots between 50 and 80.
And they're selling for what?
A brand new, nice home that has courts. It has really nice, large porcelain tiles throughout, waterfall countertops. You can get 1,700, 1,800 square foot. It's gonna go 425, 475.
So you're getting close to 10, 15% on the land, not 25. So some markets are a little bit different, but that's good news. But basically, let's just go through these questions, and this is just the roadmap call, so it's just an introductory call, just so we can film it and file it away. I know I talked to you before, but then when we dive in deeper, we can like jump on the one-on-one call, which is a full hour, because I got calls after this also, more roadmaps. But that's when we dive in and we pull up the addresses and we really start looking through all the data. Also, well, first let me get through these questions. There's five questions. First question, where exactly are we going to be building? What city
Can we go by county?
or county? That's fine.
Luzerne County.
Missouri?
Luzerne, Luzerne.
Luzerne County. All right.
Or surrounding counties. I'm open. If you look at the data and you're like, because the Poconos is a 40-minute drive for me, which I'm sure you've heard of the Poconos. You know, go to the Poconos, That's like.
But that's fine. Around that area, I got you.
So Luzerne, Lackawanna, Monroe County.
And
Lackawanna County is Scranton. That's where Joe Biden's from, and the office was filmed.
next question is, how much money are we starting with?
So that's where, I guess, on our 1 hour call, we get a little bit more in depth. I've got, once finished, between 800 and $1 million in equity that I own outright. My 4-unit is done as of next Thursday.
If we get a lot under contract next Wednesday,
I've got the 60K.
you got 60K. Okay, that's good. So we can just start with that, and then if you come across a bunch more money, then we'll change. Third question is experience in real estate.
I came out of prison in 2015. I hustled up 21 G's. I bought my first property in 2016, but I didn't know what it was going to blossom into. So I don't know if you could say, if you go back to 2016 when I bought my first property, but then once I realized, once I started doing some YouTube homework and realized what I could do with it, in 2018 is when I was like, okay, I'm going to fucking update the last 2 years of taxes. I'm going to start cooking. And from 2018 to 2021, I turned that one house I bought in 2016, I turned that into properties, 11 doors, and over $1 million.
So perfect. So I'm just thinking from like lender perspective, lenders I'm going to pitch you to, or exactly we're going to talk to the lenders and that type of stuff. So you have experience. So that's
I can show LLCs. I can show myself as a successful landlord, but then it's very easy because I was going to do a DSCR. So I went through this whole process where I've liquidated my whole portfolio before.
okay.
So
Cool.
it looked as if I did flips.
Nice. That's exactly what we need. Okay. Question is, do you have a strong realtor on your team there that understands like and that napkin math? We're gonna need a bunch of lots sent over so we can underwrite them.
I don't know if I could say strong. I know of the good realtors in my area.
Okay. So
That I use, he's more for like little $60,000, $80,000 houses if it's up and flip. I've never seen him dealing with like new construction. So
okay.
I can find
A little cheat code that we can find them is look for some new constructions area homes being sold in your area, and usually the listing agent sometimes finds that land for that builder. So we can like
far from me. There's this like community. It's like a 5-minute drive where it's like a builder lot thing. Like if you buy a lot, that builder gives
they
you free
build it.
stuff to
Yeah.
choose from. They're all listed by the same.
We don't want those lots. We want more like off builders. That's more of like a developer track home builder. We're looking for like ones and twos, kind of like us.
Yeah. The private lot for sale.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Essentially, that's residentially zoned. We can do it.
Yeah.
I can went to school and just moved back here. I can get them.
Okay. Well, that's your homework
I got a
for.
lot of contacts around here.
That's your homework before our one-on-one call is to get the realtor and start getting some land sent over in that price range that you're thinking. Like, what do you think? 50, 60,000?
I mean, I've never done a new build, so I was gonna go by what you were saying, but
Yeah, drop it. If you found on Zillow, drop it in the Slack channel, lots and some new construction homes that we're thinking about starting. That way I can really like it and then I'll be like, DJ, get the realtor to send us over lots for 100,000 or 80,000 is a good, lots are equating to around $400,000 home prices. So let's just start with a 60K lot or whatever it is.
The two best towns in Luzerne County are a town called Mountaintop and a town called Dallas. Those are the two best high schools. That's where I see the most new homes being built as well.
Perfect.
So like we basically send you like 3 or 4 houses and then like 3 or 4 lots that aren't like lots in those towns.
Okay. Yeah, something new construction in those areas, and yeah, I'll try to underwrite them, and then I'll give you some questions to ask for the realtor, and then in the meantime, you try to find a good, strong realtor that could help us, that's knowledgeable and easy to work with. You
Okay. All right, I'll find it. How long? When's our next?
just schedule it. Yeah, hit up Pedro and say,
If you give me a task and a deadline,
yeah, just
I'll do it.
whenever you schedule the call, or you can just hit up Pedro in the Slack channel and say, hey, can you schedule a call for Tuesday?
All right. So now, do you like? I think part of that 20,000 was like I get 12 calls. Like
Call doesn't count.
Are you? Yeah, but I'm saying, are you pretty strict about that? 'Cause, like, I need an extra call, bro.
No, yeah, I'll figure it out. But you get 12 calls. Nobody's ran out of calls. Also, after that, you're in the group call setting, so you can always jump on the group calls. But yeah, so your homework first, find a good, knowledgeable realtor that you like to work with, and then drop those new constructions in the Slack channel, and I'm going to start underwriting on getting my idea of what kind of lots.
Do I look up? Do you want me to look like comps? Like look up recently sold?
No, you can just put one on the market. Whatever's on the market on Zillow, just forward it in there. Or if you find a good lot, you're like, hey, this one's kind of cool. Let's buy these other homes that are being built. Like, let me know what you think about that. And you can put the lot in there as well.
All right, yeah, I'll do a good healthy mix, and I'll stick to like.
And get the realtor.
Good areas. Okay.
And then how's your credit score is the last question.
So I just bought a new RSQ8. Before that, I was pulling the put on DSCR. Prior to me just doing a bunch of shit in the last like 90 days, I was always floating around 730.
Okay,
When I
so
just
you're
bought
good.
my car, I was at like 85, but
You're still pretty good. So the only thing bringing it down is utilization.
yeah, getting a little crazy the last 2 months, just going nuts back in Pennsylvania.
Well, yeah, I'm paying that down. Just keep it up above 700. 680 is fine too, but it's better. We do find a lot, and we start approaching lenders. It's better to have the strongest score that we can.
Yeah, 2 good consistent months. I know I'll be right back to 700.
All right, cool, man. That's it. I got another call, I think, but if you want to go ahead and schedule that other one-on-one call, yeah, get that scheduled now. We can talk for like an hour and figure all that out.
All right, cool. So find you lots,
Send me
realtor,
lots or new construction homes, and get you a strong realtor.
All
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
see you, brother.
All
Take
right,
care.
bye. Nick.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can. How are you? Good. Didn't we do this roadmap already? Huh? Didn't we already do this roadmap call?
Well, is it supposed to be a roadmap? I was supposed to connect with you regarding to the stuff we got going.
Okay, so this is just a normal call. What is it? I have about maybe 15 minutes I can help you with, but it's scheduled as a roadmap call, so there's other calls scheduled after you right now. If you think we can accomplish this in 15 minutes, we can go ahead and tackle it now.
Tracy actually wanted me to let me. Tracy actually wanted me to schedule this call with you because we're almost about to close on the. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Do you have a budget made?
We're almost close to closing. So we're almost close to closing. So she wanted me to reach out so we can start gathering what is the next step. I think I plan to close on the first, which is on Saturday. So that might happen, maybe on Friday. I don't know. So she wanted me to reach out so that we can start gathering the folk land. She said maybe show you a couple of ideas that I have, a couple of things I want to, put out there. Start putting the team together and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Do you want to email it to me, or do you already have a budget? You already have lending, everything squared away?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is in process. So we have I would say by the end of this month we should close by the end of this month.
Nice.
Yeah, so she just wanted me to kind of reach out to you and kind of ask you what is the next step, or we're gonna start putting the team together. Maybe this call is a little early, but she was the one that suggested I should reach out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So I have two homes that I have in mind. One of them was probably built one of those homes.
Is this the Little Forest Hills?
No, it's not. It's not on Forest Hill. I don't know. I don't remember the location, but I can show you what I have.
Okay.
Uh,
Hey, which one-on-one channel is this?
Let me share my screen.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I built that house.
Yeah. So this will be a perfect one for that neighborhood.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. This will be a perfect one. And then also I also have the. Let's see. I can't go to my email. That's what I have to close.
So are you closing on San Leandro? I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found this one pretty fast, so it's good. But you're, like I said, you're in the good price range, so we should be able to find some good stuff for you.
All right. The second one that I have in mind is this one right here. I don't know if the picture's gonna come out good. Yeah, this one right here. Can you see that one?
Yeah, I didn't build that one. But
Yeah. This is across the street from the.
yeah,
The house
I'm actually in front of it right now.
Yeah. That's the White House across the street from that building.
Okay. Yeah. I would go with we can achieve that, but those are flat roofs. So we want to make sure that we have a flat roof look if that's what you're trying to achieve, but with a gable, we want a slope roof because that flat roof's going to cost us a lot of money.
All right. Okay.
So we need to save some costs there. But I can let Ryan, the architect, know that we can maybe put a parapet wall in front of it to make it look flat.
So which one do you suggest? This one or the other one that I showed you?
I think we take both of them and let Ryan design something cool out of it. And then it'll kind of be like a one-off home, but he can use those as reference. So save those in your inspiration folder and get everything ready for the architect. And if you feel confident, we're gonna close on. Who's your lender on that? Yeah, perfect. Oh, you got into it for a really good down payment then. Okay, nice. So yeah, we can go ahead and reach out to Ryan now and start the design process.
Do you have his email? I have.
Yeah, do you have the contractor list? Okay, we can ask Pedro in the Slack channel for the contractor list, and he'll send it to you. Ryan is on there as the architect.
I'm sending it in right now.
Oh,
Okay,
Danny's putting it in right now.
Okay. Yeah, I wanna head up bit on my PK today, man, because I wanna be a good part of this team, man. You guys are awesome.
And Cece told you what to build over there based on the comps. How big?
Yes.
How big a home? How many bedroom, bathrooms?
But you said that whatever you build there
we got to know how big a home we're going to build. So we need to look at the CMA and kind of figure out which home sold the fastest, and then we can design something similar to that.
Okay. Well, I know that the home is 3,700 square foot.
Okay, nice. So yeah,
And then,
yeah. Well, yeah, we're probably gonna have to bring a bunch of dirt in. I can get the foundation guy over there. Did we get a survey done on it?
yes, everything already done.
Okay, and there's no flood zone, nothing like that. So
No.
we just need to bring in a bunch of filled dirt and probably put in a retaining wall. We can probably get the foundation company over there to kind of assess it, but we kind of need to know what we're building first. So let's go ahead and design it, and then
Okay.
we can start that process of getting everything. We without knowing what we're building, we can't really do too much.
Okay. So I'm gonna once I get that email, get the email address, I'm gonna create an email and let the guy know the architect. Right? What's his name again?
Ryan.
Ryan. Yeah, I'm gonna let him know these are the two ideas I have in place, and then what is the next step? What can we meet and things like that. And then once we close, I'll make it official that we close and let him know that we're gonna close it sometime by the end of the month.
Yeah, I would definitely send Ryan introductory email saying, "Hey, this is what I'm get that email listed and wrote up and send it to him today because he takes 2-3 weeks." So, but yeah, what else? I guess you already got the budget. I think I might have created it for CC.
Yeah, she got. Well, she kind of did like whatever. She kind of mirroring what you did before,
Yeah,
and she said that we can kind of play around it once we get our loan in.
yeah, I helped her with it. So yeah, as long as we have all the money, don't get too worried about which line item it's in. Well, yeah, man, I'm excited for you.
Yeah, I'm happy. I feel like I'm taking a risk, but
Yeah, you are, but we'll be okay.
yeah, it's a big risk, man. So, but my goal actually is to try to do another one. Like I said, in the next 6 months.
I love
Maybe
it.
this one I've done halfway through, then I can try to get another one in so that we can get two done by the end of the year. That would be exciting, but
Heck
let's get
yeah.
one.
Well, cool. Any other questions for me?
And that's much it. I'm gonna see you on the email and also CC Pedro and then also CC. So we can get that going. Hopefully by the next week or next 2 weeks, we can see something moving forward.
Sounds good. And definitely schedule a one-on-one call as soon as that first floor plan review. So
You got,
you schedule it whenever you get the floor plan back from Ryan.
so do I use the same scheduling
You
thing
can
as
just,
Pareto?
yeah, there should be in your bookmarks in the Slack channel at the top, like a way to
Uh,
book a one-on-one call. It's on Slack. Yeah, you're in the mentorship program, so you're gonna be mainly doing Slack now. Yeah, and just schedule that one-on-one call through the bookmarks, or you can also ask Pedro.
Yeah, and Nick, I'm gonna send you over this video again. It kind of explains the whole how to use school again pretty well. That way, it can give you like a refresher, and it can you can understand where everything is at.
Also, whenever you close on that land, I want to get a testimonial so I can put you on and tell all the other people.
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm excited too, man. My wife is excited. When I told her about you guys, man, I'm not from here. I'm from Nigeria. You
Yeah,
know, and I have a couple of guys doing the same thing. I know a friend of mine is doing it in Houston. He's doing it huge. And my wife's like, if they can't help us, let a stranger help us out.
yeah, I love it. You're gonna be doing it huge here soon.
Yes, sir.
You're
Yes, sir.
already you're already starting and building $1 million homes. Yeah,
You know,
I got you though. We're gonna make it calculated risk. So okay, I'll see you. Thank you.
all right, thank you.
Bye.
Eric, why are you always in the Sprinter van?
Well, the Sprinter van allows me, as you can see, to talk to my students, to handle phone calls for my own personal real estate development company, to answer emails from my students and my development company, and anything else that pops up. If I didn't have this, I'd be driving right now in this traffic and be stuck with no momentum or no progress, zero efficiency, stuck in traffic like this, trying to multitask and risk getting into a wreck, right? We don't want to do that. What we want to do is sit back here and work. Because we want productivity is the name of the game. and we want to move forward always. So that's why we got the Sprinter van. All right, where are we at?
So the stair and railing guy, Reyes, came by today,
Okay.
and he was telling me that you look right here at these beams going up. You can see at the top it looks good, but when it comes down, it looks like it moves out this way. I'm not sure if we need to reach out to Sam
That's
and he
fine.
put a piece of wood across it, and you can see it's good the first three, and then that fourth one right there,
Yeah.
kind of moves in.
It's fine. We'll figure it out whenever the sheetrockers come. They'll check everything,
Okay.
and they'll probably let you know. They'll circle it or spray paint it or
Okay.
something.
And then he also mentioned right here, I guess where the posts go, this part needs to come out a little bit.
Really?
That's what he was saying. But I looked at the plans, and that's how.
We might need blocking there though for if it goes into that. Did he say anything about blocking?
Uh-uh.
I don't see why we're gonna need. Yeah, they're probably just gonna come off like the wall when it gets sheetrock. It might come off like this and then like this. What was he saying? He's bringing it all the way down from the top?
I think so.
No. I would just come off this wall here and just a little come off of it and then come this way and then this way. Did you talk about this?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Um, he just gave me the quote. I didn't actually meet him here in person. But I was just trying to see if I can get someone to come down a little bit more, because Valdez, I think, with the railing and the stairs, still came out to like 6,000.
What's on the budget? 3 grand? The stairs. Shit. The treads and the risers and the railing.
Yeah, it's still got the balcony railing too.
Yeah, but it's like $60 a $60 a linear foot. This is gotta be like 12 maybe. 12 times 60 is like I'll find out.
600, 720.
What is price per linear foot on the cheap style railings? Question mark. All right. What were we having an issue with? What else? He did the blocking. That looks good.
Blocking.
Where's the doors at?
So patio won't be here till next month, but all the other doors should be available this week to pick up.
Okay. Where'd you get the front door at?
The guy that I sent you,
Okay. How much is that?
it was like 800 for the 8 panel or
Okay.
8 light.
Exterior door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's good.
Mahogany.
Oh, they did it?
Yep, they did it.
Hey,
And I was thinking.
what the fuck? Why didn't they fit it into the wall?
Yeah, I asked him. He said it would.
He said it would?
Yeah.
He said it'll go into the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think what I'm gonna have Sam do is maybe just have like a little curve right there instead of doing the drop ceiling, because the drop ceiling is just gonna
What? Too
put us
expensive?
more out of the budget, and we're already
How
over,
much did
like,
he say that he would charge?
He didn't say yet, but I just know because we're already at like almost 35K over.
35K over?
Yeah. Because I didn't expect the tile guy to
How
add
much,
on to it.
how much was
And
he
the
at?
cheapest I could find is 9K for all the bathrooms. And we only had 4K in the budget.
So you have shower tile and then
Floor.
floor and then labor and then backsplash.
Oh yeah, the kitchen backsplash. Shit,
Would
didn't even.
it should be in the budget though, right?
That's only like 4K though.
Let me see. Let me see the budget. Can you pull it up fast?
Let's see.
Man, I don't know about this, man.
I was thinking maybe just right at the top, it just has a little slant that way.
I wouldn't do it if I was you. I would do the drop ceiling. He shouldn't charge but like what, $1,000? Not even that. He'll do it in like
Well,
from that wall to
charged
that
me.
wall.
He charged me 1,200 just for this,
It's probably about the same.
and then plus I had to get the lumber too. That was just for the labor.
We don't have any more lumber. No more lumber left over.
Some right over there.
What if we just did a drop ceiling there and there to where it glows right there?
Just like right there.
Yeah, there and there. So it matches and it
Oh,
like
yeah.
it glows.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking about too. If that was gonna look funky.
Yeah, it's gonna look funky. He needs to bring that drop ceiling down enough with a little ledge to where it just glows up there and it looks like we did it on purpose and not like we're fixing something. That's what we don't want. So whatever you do on here, make sure you do it on that one. But don't do a curve one. Like, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I think that would be best. Just do drop ceiling there and there, and then it should like, it'll hide that, and you'll have like a glow from LED lights. So tell who Fernando did this. Yeah, so tell Fernando to run low voltage up there for LED lights there and there. Should look good. Okay. What else?
Seals in today, so
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. We're doing the exact same thing.
neck and neck now.
Yep.
Did he need to get any around the door in here? Because he was telling me that we have to install the door first before he can.
Yeah, that's fine. You should have just got all the corners, all the penetrations to the outside, around all the windows, any holes. Huh. I wonder why. He should have got all these, though. And all those. Who did it?
Not one of the guys that you recommended. 'Cause he came out the cheapest.
Looks like he should have done this one, this one. Oh, you'll find out when the inspector comes. We might need to call Green and Energy. I think we call her after we get insulation.
Okay.
She's going to need to come inspect.
Before the sheetrock.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be out of town next week.
Yeah, I'll leave tomorrow.
Vacation.
Just going to go to Miami and do more work and stuff.
Oh yeah, trying to start building down there.
Yeah. I got a few students. I got to underwrite some land. So I told them I'll go drive by, look at it. So.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it.
That's a higher project
And
manager.
still in the gym.
Yep. I went this morning. Got to go back this evening. So yeah, we need to get this thing wrapped up, man. We got inspection today.
Tomorrow. Still waiting sheetrock or drywall guys to drop off the garage sheetrock.
How much they charge you for this?
14.
That's
That's
tape, mud
light
texture, orange peel. That's fine.
It would have been 16 for level 4, but keep putting us over the budget.
16 for level 4. Yeah, you don't need it here. 14's good. Need a door, man.
Yeah, I know. It's just holding out to see if I can find anything cheaper, and then actually know we're here, and I was like, shit, it's time to order one.
There's cabinets coming here?
Yep. So
This-
I was able to find.
This might be a little snug, man.
I think it's gonna come up like 2 feet.
Yeah, it's gonna probably 27 inches. You have a tape measure now? It's fine.
Get one.
That's all right. We don't need one. I would just watch it. It comes out 27 inches, so you might want to.
Oh, with the door.
Yeah, with the door and the countertop. I think it's like 24. Yeah, plus the door, plus the countertop comes out like an inch, something like that. Might want to take this back, maybe. Yeah, just check that. Nothing's going here, right? This might be a little.
Yeah, nothing's over here. This will just be an opening, no door.
Yeah. Nice.
Also has the tongue and groove. We'll have to have that stain.
Yeah. You need Simpson straps.
These right here.
No, but those should have been put on somewhere. I don't think those are them. They're like skinnier metal.
Oh, these right here. Hello.
Hello? Yeah, these. These need to go like this.
I'm walking it right now.
They need to put these on.
Sam.
Yep.
Okay. All right, look, I'll call you after.
You're gonna need that for inspection. You said it's today.
Oh shit, man. He didn't mention anything about it.
You got 4 of them, so I'll just put all 4 of them on there. Who, the inspector didn't say anything about it?
When he came last week, he just said sheetrock, the foam, and building plans.
That's good.
Which I had the plans here, but I think
They called me out for it.
really?
All inspectors are different, though.
Was it Broderick?
No. I don't know who it was. I don't think it was Roger. All right. Looks good. Got gas, water heater.
Called gas. He'll be reaching out to me in like a week or so.
You got the site cleaned up. Probably need to throw that trash in there.
Yeah.
If the inspector sees that, might not
Actually,
stop.
Fucking Sam left a whole bunch of shit here. Still said it's the foundation guy, so I said I'll just clean it.
Yeah.
Because I came earlier.
Yeah, I did that for a lot of my builds. I was the trash guy. Did you sweep all this up?
Nope, the lady that came with her husband today that did the poly seal actually swept it up.
Nice.
That was nice of her.
Yeah.
Had Fernando add another recessed light in the closet.
Nice. Okay. That's for the tub. Got 2 of those. And then you said these are for pendants? Or,
I'm gonna do some sconces. in
yeah,
between the
sconces, yeah.
doors. Those would be for pendants. Yeah.
Did you add plugs for the toilets or no?
No, he was gonna charge more for it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so- I'll remember next time for the next one.
yeah. For
But he
30.
did come back and fix the chandelier for the front door.
Yeah, I see that. All right, looks good. What did he say about that blocking right there? Did nobody call that out? Inspector didn't say anything?
I said it twice to Sam already. I forgot about it.
So Valdez says it's $70 linear foot, but we can get him to 60 probably. So basically, we just have to measure this, that right there, and then this balcony. What happened here?
Need 1,000 foot balcony.
Oh, stuck it. And then right here and right here. That's it. 70 a linear foot. So if this is 7, 3, say this is 10, over there's 15, say we're at 25. It shouldn't be more than $1,700.
for railing. And what do we have in the
He's
budget?
trying to charge me, I think like almost 4,000
Just for railing.
just for railing.
What about treads and
Treads and stuff was like 2,800.
that's just install or that's for material too?
That's for material too.
And did you check the Boss for material?
Yeah, it would have been like 1,000 something, and I have another guy that can do the treads and risers for like 800.
The flooring guy might be able to do it.
Yeah, he's gonna be the flooring guy.
Yeah. I would just have the flooring guy do it.
Okay.
Just have the flooring guy do it, then you can give him the whole floor and you can probably get it cheaper. And then this should only cost you $1,750.
Okay.
So I don't know why they're acting like it's more expensive than that. I got a call in like 5 minutes. But stucco looks good. What do we get him to?
4,500.
For this and that?
And then over here too.
It looks like they're almost done too.
Yeah, so he told me we gotta get the sheetrock in before he finishes
Yeah,
up.
because all the banging will crack it.
Gotcha.
So, because they be fucking banging that shit. But we need our door in too, just to make sure all this is perfect.
Yeah, this should be in this week. I think it'll be ready for pickup by Thursday. Yeah, he's charging for horizontal rods 3,100, and the skirt boards, risers.
How many
treads.
linear feet did it say?
It doesn't say. He just gave me a price.
So we need to measure it and make sure. Because should know. He said 70, and that's without negotiation. Right?
Yeah, he's trying to charge. It's total 25 feet. He's trying to charge $124 for a foot or a linear foot. Then.
Yeah. He's full of shit. That's why you gotta know the pricing. That's why you got me.
Yep.
But we shouldn't be 35 over. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's the
Lumber?
and framing that puts over like 20K.
Hopefully we can catch it back somewhere. I would have centered that.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
Can you change it? It'll look better centered if he can change it. You know he's gonna cry. Oh, it's because of the electrical wire.
Oh.
That's fine. But fuck.
So you don't have a reliable tile guy right now?
I'm getting bids right now, so I'll let you know here soon.
Okay.
My other student, David's just finishing tile 2, so I'll ask him how he thinks of his tile guy. Yeah, man. What else? Oh, this, I didn't calculate this.
I can just look on the plans and.
We could put a wall here. You want to put a little wall here instead? Right. Or put rails.
High rails.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
This
probably
must be like this?
no. It needs to be fixed. Needs to be. Man, the flooring guys could probably do it, but yeah, they need to put it like that. Cut, rip one, and nail it down. This is 4 feet. That's probably 3. It's probably almost 4. So another $700.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're looking at like 2,500.
That would still be a lot better. Let's see. Yeah, Reyes, he was like, you should have put an LVL all the way through here, and then you wouldn't have needed this wall right here. It'll be more open.
Yeah.
I was like, rhyme.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been kind of cool. More rails. All right, man. Looks good. I'll let you get out of here. I know you got to go. My student Jimmy, man, he's going to tell you what he's learned so far on this build.
So far, with the right guidance, it's a lot easier.
That's for sure.
Definitely appreciate Eric's guidance, though. It's definitely been a journey. We're almost there.
Almost.
Ready to get going.
A few more steps. Sheetrock, paint, cabinets, flooring, put up for sale. Make that money.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So we just checked out one of my students' builds here, cruising along. He's got the stucco on. He got his poly done. So he has inspections. And yeah, sheetrock, paint, floors, cabinets, countertops, and put it on the market. But yeah, looks good. Looks good. We're a little bit over budget on this one, so I'm trying to cut some more costs, kind of recapture that money. But we're gonna recapture it. I got a call. Hey.
What up, brother?
Not much, man.
Not much. You're always doing the most, bro.
Trying to get back in this damn van. Shit. What's going on, man? Update me.
Well, dude, I was so excited. I worked so hard to find this lot. I found this lot and put the offer in. They accepted the offer. I put the earnest deposit, and now they just hit me back. But I was supposed to close last Friday. My realtor said that the lady that owns the land is living in Moscow, Russia. She has to sign the papers, and so they have to sign the papers over to the embassy over in Russia. And because of the ongoing war, there's like a delay there. So I'm like, can I get a time frame as far as like, what we're looking at here? They said it could take anywhere from a few days to a few weeks. And I said, nah, I need more of a better time frame because, I can't, like, if that's the case, if this is going to take a few weeks, a month or more, I need to find another lot. So that's kind of where I'm at. However, that's kind of where I'm at with the land. I feel like, dude,
Or
I
flower
knew
shop.
we were
That's
gonna run into snags and have things happen, right? That's just the name of the game. But I feel like I'm like so far behind.
I think you're doing good, man. Especially with what we had to face. So what? I mean, what's the big deal? Can't we just wait?
We can just wait. I already have the cost that I'm paying the credit cards, for the land.
Like, can we? I'm saying, can we wait to close on the land? Like, we have it under contract. It's gonna close, right? We just gotta wait for her to sign the documents and come Moscow or something.
Go 4-1 or 1-4? Let me look.
see.
Per ump. Yeah, I got it. 89041. And you're gonna list this one for how much? 700, you said?
Well, he says that this house will be able to go for around 750, but I mean the market's going to determine that.
Yeah, I'm looking at some right now. 2880 square feet, selling for 255, 735. On the market, new construction. Yeah, they're not putting any furniture in them.
He was saying that he pretty much averages around 200 or more on these homes profit, but obviously with the GC costs and everything else like that, I was just guesstimating off of my own calculations, and I would say conservatively, I would probably be able to do 130 to 150 if it's really good in between 180 and 2.
That's great, man. Yeah, I see these stucco houses. Hey, yours is a 3-car garage?
Yep.
Yeah, they got electric fireplaces in them. All right.
But all the numbers are making sense so far.
Yeah. Right at 358. Is this one story, right?
Yeah. Me and my girl, I mean,
Oh,
she
yeah.
doesn't have this presence out there.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, man. So that's good. 650.
Hopefully we can get closer to 7. But I guess we'll see when the time comes.
Yeah. Got to be careful because there's one on the market right now, half acre, 2771 square feet for 208 a square foot, 575. 3-car garage. But then there's another one, 2880 for 255 a square foot. It's on one. How big's yours? This one's on 1.1 acres.
Yeah, mine's a little over half acre.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, it sounds like somewhere in between, 550 and
Yeah.
650.
So what if so still money to be made, man.
Yeah,
Get this one done. See where you fall. Hopefully, you fall in that 6-figure profit margin. And yeah, if that's the
I think
case,
we'll for
shit.
sure. I think we'll for sure be able to do over 6 figures. I would love to come closer to 2, of course, but
Yeah, I think
if I
it's a home run if you can get 6 figures off a $65,000 lot. Honestly.
yeah, if I can do over 6 figures on the first deal, I mean
Yeah, for
that
sure.
that my pace for the program. It puts me in a good spot to go into my next. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
So cool. Well, I'll just keep you updated through the process. I'm gonna call him right now and see if we can start putting together whatever we need to put together. So as soon as we close, we can just submit.
Yeah.
I know he wanted it. So yeah, I had a couple other questions. He wanted. I know he wanted like. So we agreed to 20K. He said it would be 10K up front, and then 5K once we get the foundation. 5K once we get like the framing and drywall up.
Yeah, that's fine. I would just tell him to like. Yeah. Yeah, just try to push it off as far as you can, you know? Like 5K on framing and then 5 more K like towards the end, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I think he'll he'll work with me. But yeah, I guess that's my next step is just getting the everything prepared to be able to submit to pull those permits because I know that's gonna take a couple weeks too. You know.
Yeah.
Man, I knew there was gonna be, I know this is a process and there's gonna be snags and stuff, but I feel like, damn, now I was hoping to already be closed on my lot by this month and pulling permits, building by March. So I just feel like a month and a half or so behind.
I think it's actually better that we're not closing on the land. As long as we have it under contract and they're still going to sell to us and, you feel comfortable that we're still closing, I say we go ahead and start, getting the packet together and submit it to the city and work on our permits. That'll save us, like, push it off as long as possible. That way we don't have to borrow any money or, I don't know. But I guess you're buying it with your credit card anyway, so it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, I got that 1% payment on that. It's
Yeah.
about $700. I just made my first payment, so I'm like, okay, I'm starting to inquire these payments, right? And
Yeah.
I
That's why I say we just continue to, I just don't want them to, like, back out of the deal and, we got all this shit fucking ready to submit and then they're like, oh, you can't buy the lot, you know?
yeah.
So,
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep you posted. I'll get with him and just keep fucking, doing the next steps.
what'd he say about building at 130?
Well, I'm not sure about that because essentially what we worked out is he's gonna basically, you know, say, hey, here's some companies you can pick from. Reach out and get your bids.
Yeah, that's good.
Like he's pretty much he's gonna like guide me or whatever, but I'm gonna be doing most of the work, of course. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Oh.
I
But
think
but he
that's gonna be
builds out there, he said, for a while, so he should know his numbers.
yeah. I didn't discuss that with him. I could ask him.
Yeah, just ask him, say, hey, what are you building these homes for? I was just updating my budget. I just wanted to make sure, I get as close as possible and see what he says first. Those homes are builder grade homes, so if those were in Dallas, we could probably build that thing for like 110 or less. I just was
Yeah,
curious what he could build it for out there.
yeah.
So hopefully we can build it for
Okay.
even cheaper and increase that profit margin more. It's going to be your first one, so of course all the contractors are going to charge you a little more, but just got to negotiate hard, man.
Got it. Sounds good, brother. All right, man. I appreciate your time,
All right. Yes, sir.
and I'll be
Keep me updated.
yeah. I'll book another call. Yeah, when we get closer, I'll book another call so we can take the next steps.
All right, cool. I'll talk to you soon.
My brother, take care.
All right, you too. Bye.
Peace.
Just got off with one of my students from Las Vegas. He's got the lot secured. We're supposed to close last Friday, but for some reason the seller is out of town in Moscow and could not fucking sign the documents. So they got to push it and push it, but he's trying to close. I guess she doesn't come back in town for like a month. So he doesn't know what to do. So I said, hey, if you feel comfortable, let's go ahead and close this thing down later. But let's work on permitting, architectural plans, and get the packet ready to submit to the city. So that way we're not losing any time and actually saving on carry costs because we don't own the property yet. So I think we're still good, in a good position. I updated the budget because he wants to do a little bit bigger home, and the profits look like they're increasing as well. So hey, all good news. If you are wanting to be a builder and you want to get into real estate development, go ahead and schedule a call below, and I'll get you in real estate development.
Yeah, man, I think you're gonna need 8K. Sorry, let's change this one. Alright, so we went from 35 to 8, so we need 4,500. Hang on, sorry. Alright. HVAC. You're gonna need more money here too.
For sure.
Yeah. I probably need to do 10 and 10. We're just gonna have to adjust it when we get down to the bottom. Is that septic out there or no? City sewer.
I believe city sewer, dude.
Okay, sewer. Okay. Framing, trusses, we can do.
Yeah, I didn't know how to break that down, to be honest.
We'll just. Make it look a little better here.
Okay.
Driveway. How far is that driveway? Is that big old driveway?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty fat.
Yeah. 20K should do it. Roofing? What kind of roofing you gonna put on? You got 35K for roofing.
Is that enough?
Seems like a lot. What kind of roof is it though?
Dude, I gotta get that squared with the architect, but what would you recommend? Like metal?
Oh, if
or
you took
what?
this off Chevy Chase, that's because that was a stone coated steel. That's why it was so expensive.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, if it's metal, then you need to keep it probably this. But if it's stone coated steel, clay, or metal, you probably need to keep this. But if it's just composition shingles, like most roofs, then it's only like 10K, 12K.
Okay, for materials and labor?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's leave it how it is for right now until until I square it with that architect.
Okay, sounds good. Windows 35,000. Yeah, that's fine for that area. Insulation. Yeah, that's good. Drywall. 35K. Yep, that isn't gonna be that much. Cabinets. This is where we need to pay attention. 30K for cabinets. It's probably pretty good.
Yeah, I was basing that number off of David, too. He said he got his whole cabinet package with the butler's pantry for like 35K. I just added a little bit.
Yeah, that's good. What about countertops?
Probably like quartzite. What do you recommend?
Yeah, probably gonna need a little bit more here.
So I could probably take a little from cabinets and put it into countertops.
I would keep the cabinets.
Okay.
I would probably up this though to like 17. Stone veneer. What's the exterior gonna be? Stucco?
Stucco and stone.
The whole thing?
Pretty sure you can only have 20% brick in this neighborhood.
You're gonna need to update that one too. You're gonna need gutters also. But this can be like broken down. 3. 2, 3, 4. This needs to be broken down probably like 25.
You do a little exterior paint too?
Yeah, you're gonna need the fascia and the soffits just on the top by the roof, and all the stucco is gonna be stucco and then stone. The stucco will paint their own stucco. We'll color it. 7,500. This is a really expensive garage door. Probably job toilet. Probably $1,000. 20K for a fireplace. That's a rowdy ass fireplace.
Bro, I'm telling you, I just copied Chevy Chase.
Yeah, that's fucking nice.
I don't need 40 bands for the fireplace. I really don't. Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna put 15 in there.
Yeah.
Hardwood. That's good.
Hey, what were you saying about the pool earlier, though, Crutch? You were like, okay, well, like you built it into the pool line item, or you built it into the budget, like elsewhere. Like, what's the benefit to doing that?
Well, that's what I was saying. If you don't do the pool for some odd reason, say you don't do the pool, you pre-sold the home, they don't want a pool, or I don't know, you just decide not to do the pool, or you're running, lumber prices went up, but sometimes that shit happens in the market. Say lumber prices increase crazy, and you're like, fuck, I don't got enough in the budget. I'm gonna be over budget. So you don't want to trap that in a line item because they're not gonna give you any of that money if you're not building the pool because they're gonna come inspect it. They gotta take pictures of it, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I just spread it out. I put more in framing, more in foundation. Just spread it out throughout the build. So the money's still accounted for inside the budget, just it's in different line items.
So it seems beneficial for us to do that then.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think take the pool out and then
just spread it in there.
Yeah, and you can still build a pool. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So you think at this point, like we've gotten this far with Courtney? I mean, like literally, like all I'm doing is sending her bank statements. Like, is there anything else that could happen that we wouldn't get approved or what? With your experience, I mean, I know you're getting approved, but
when's it close?
25th March.
I don't know exactly how far y'all are along, but they sent the term sheet, right?
Term sheet.
And yeah, I mean everything should seem fine. You got the lot under contract.
Yep.
Appraisal today.
Yeah, we paid appraisal fee today too.
Yeah, so that's one thing we need to make sure everything comes back on the appraisal. But no, normally it's smooth sailing.
What's the appraisal for?
It's probably for her lender.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna, whatever it's gonna sell for, they're gonna pull the comps and see if it's gonna sell for 2.4 or whatever it is, 2.2, 1.8.
Okay.
And then that's what they use
Okay.
to base how much they're gonna loan you. So then yeah, that was just a preliminary term sheet, so it's not really official until they get the hard numbers of the appraisal, unless it comes back at what you told them.
If it doesn't come back at what we told them, then we're screwed.
Not screwed. They would just have to adjust.
Okay.
If it comes back for more, then maybe you might have to bring lesser down.
Okay.
If it comes back for less, then you're probably gonna have to bring more down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If it comes back, if Chelsea's on top of it, she probably already has all the appraisals ready to go, for the appraiser.
Chelsea, what she told me is she hit for a little bit lower than what she really thinks it is.
Yeah.
So Courtney.
She knows how to do it. She works all my deals, so I taught her well.
Yeah. For sure. All right, well, I think we're.
So you want to take this pool out? Are we gonna take the pool out?
Yeah, let's. Well, I was thinking of just spreading it through the thing.
Yeah, I can do it with you.
Yeah, where do you think we should put it?
All right, we got 80K. Anything else?
Yeah, I got one more question. So, our term with Courtney on the contract is 12 months. And now that we know heat permitting is like a 2-month deal instead of like a 1-day turnaround in Dallas, we were talking about amongst like me and Nash and Jay, maybe asking Courtney about an 18-month term. You think that's something we should do, or
It's pretty common.
just something? Yeah.
Yeah, ask her for it, but normally it's good to get it 18 months from the start, yes. So that way you don't have to pay extension fees. But if she doesn't do it, she's going to have like a 3-month extension fee in there,
Right.
which is like 1% normally. So it's not like it's that bad. But yeah, you know, I would rather negotiate up front and try to get, you know, it built in.
At least the 15 months without the fee. At least
Yeah,
up front.
yeah.
You know? Just so we have some leeway. Yeah. We still want to get it done as quick as possible and try and nail that 12-month mark, but I still think better if we have an 18-month offer after it.
Yeah, definitely better.
Yeah, let's do that, Nash. Okay. I feel like I don't want to do that until I send her bank statements so that she knows we're really with the shit.
And just call her and talk to her too and be like, hey, you know, what exactly are you trying to see? Or what do you need, you know?
Okay.
Is it for my LLC? Is it for my personal? What exactly are we looking for? How much money do you need to show? Blah, 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 blah. Just talk to her about it. She'll answer all the questions. And then just be like, is there a way around it? Or, you know, whatever.
Okay. I'll give her a call right after this.
Yeah, she's cool. I just talked to her.
Okay. All right.
All right, fellas. That it?
I'm good. Jay?
Yeah, I think I'm alright. Actually, I want to say one thing. So, this Arizona builder I know, we were just talking about how to build out our budget, and it looked like for your Chevy Chase budgeted, you got the light fixtures, utilities, and landscaping for really low.
Yeah.
Is that
So,
accurate? Is how you cut off the budget?
yeah, don't get too caught up on the line items. You know, like I said, you can only get 965. So if you put in pool, if you put in framing, whatever you put it in, it's really not that big a deal. As long as you have all the money coming. So the 965 is going to be accounted for. You're going to get all the money. A lot of items you're going to come under on. Some of the items you're going to go over on. But, you know, you'll make up for it through the other items. So you're going to get the full money. You can't get any more money than that. And like I said, the lenders, they don't, you know, I mean, nobody knows exactly how much we're going to spend on each line item, so it's kind of just guesstimates. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. That's why I put a lot of it in framing, and I just pull it so it's in my bank account, so then I can like order shit, you know, when I need to order it. You know, if I do order the lighting fixtures and they cost me 20 grand, I got 8 grand in there. It's like it doesn't matter because I already got the money in my account anyway. So then when the light fixtures get here, I take the picture and then I get the rest of the 8K.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? So. Yep.
All right.
But I'll help you guys, and I know good lighting places as well. I told David that he fucking went and spent a bunch of money, but
Where do you go, Ferguson's?
I don't know where he went. Honestly, no, he went to like Light Spectacular or something.
Damn. Well, dude, he's been helpful too, man. You fucking taught him well. So.
Yeah, he's good. He's on top of his shit. I'm surprised he has. He came by my lots yesterday. I saw him.
How far out are you on Greenville builds over there on?
Yeah, I'm right here in front of him, waiting on the fucking inspector. They're still like green.
Oh, weird. Yeah, those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got all the windows in. Front door's supposed to be in. Fucking last Friday, it's not in. But we should insulate and be sheetrocking on Monday, and then we'll start all the stucco. The whole houses are gonna be stucco, so.
That's gonna be tough. And Ryan designed those, right?
Yep.
Okay. How do I get in touch with them?
Should be on the contractor list. They got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have the contractor list and just email them and say, hey. Yeah, I would go ahead and start that.
I'm gonna get that started today.
Okay.
Appreciate you, bro.
Cause he's a little bit behind, so.
Okay.
He got sick and he's behind. I talked to him earlier, like 3 days ago.
No, they don't have it. Let me send it right now.
He's gonna send the contractor list right now to you, so you have all the contacts.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate you.
All right,
All right, y'all.
I'll talk to you. All right, bye.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. We got a really good group of guys, man, building in Heath. Did you hear that? $1 million profit? I'm telling you, if any of my students make $1 million, you guys did not read the fine print. It's really small on the very bottom of the sheet. It says if you make over $1 million, you have to split it 50% with me. So, any of y'all students out there making $1 million, I know some of y'all are too. Don't think I'm not gonna see the closing documents. Guys, we had a jam-packed day today. My fucking stair guy never showed up. Pissed off about that. I'm taking money from his ass. If you're watching, $1,000 deducted for sure from your ass. Inspection finally came. The fucking inspector finally came. Gave me a yellow tag telling me I need a post. He's acting like he's a damn engineer. So I gotta email him, let him know, hey, you're not the engineer. If you need an engineer letter, I'll get it for you. But, so anyway, I gotta deal with that shit. That's easy stuff. Helped a bunch of students today. You saw on that, bunch of calls, good, successful calls, people closing on land, making budgets for people closing on land next month. A lot of good shit. One student gonna make over $1 million. I mean, fuck, man. That's crazy. Never built anything. I helped him find the land. I helped him with the lender. I create the budget for him. I walk him through every step of the way. And he's about to make over $1 million on his first fucking deal? It's crazy. New construction, real estate development changed my life. It's changing my students' lives. I love it. If you want your life changed, DM me on Instagram, the word builder, or here on YouTube, click the link below. If you want to get started in real estate development, I help you, teach you from A to Z. If you're a new timer, if you have bad credit, I have credit repair people on my team. If you don't have the money for the down payment, I have business funding people on my team. We're gonna help you get into this deal. We're gonna jump through every hurdle it takes, but we're gonna get you making a lot of money and change your life and change your legacy. So go ahead and click the link below, schedule a call. Until the next one.